Hey, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Brown Gen. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about a massive opportunity that's gotten myself, the members of our private Discord, and many people on crypto Twitter a ton of money, despite the market not being in the best conditions. So if you like that kind of stuff, make sure you hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, because I'm bringing you the hottest content. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you what AI agents are like, what the opportunity is it too late, give you some tips. Obviously, nothing I say here is financial advice. So make sure that you follow me on all socials, including my Twitter, as well as the bank. If you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen a gem of a thread I dropped yesterday, which you probably made a bunch of money off if you read it. And the market has not been doing that well, but it has started to recover slightly. But it doesn't matter because we have been printing in AI, and I'm gonna go into this, but I just want you to recognize how much the world changes. Every so often there is a change in the world that makes significant difference, right? AI is that most recent change. I used to see this in work. Right now it's sort of level one thinking, which is sort of basic. Hey, ask it a couple questions and it sort of spits back an answer. But the autonomous learning and all that is a big component, and there's going to be such an incredible future of AI. In fact, AI and blockchain go hand in hand together. Now, last cycle, DeFi really rocked it. DeFi was the talk of the town. It made a lot of people very wealthy. AI is mirroring that trend, and we have the potential to see incredible gains. I've heard people call out amounts of about 500 bill to 1 trillion market cap, total market cap for AI, and these AI agents will take a significant portion of that. Now, one of the first things you might have seen a long time ago, maybe if you're in the Discord, you would have seen AI 16Z. It's currently sitting at 2 billion market cap. In fact, this was a token that I brought up to our Discord when it was at 68 million about 2 months and a week, 2.5 months ago ish. And basically it has grown exponentially since then. Like I sold the majority of my bag on the way up, still hold a portion, but it made a lot of people a lot of money. In fact, when I posted it here, it actually retraced at first down to like 30 or 40 mil, and then it shot right up. But it speaks to all the potential that's out there. Now, if you want cutting edge alpha and you sort of want to just sort of see everything in one spot, you don't have to go looking. You want to make money, you want to join a community, check out the Web3 Secret Society. Or if you want private coaching, you can schedule a call. Links to all that are below. Now, people got sick and tired of losing money in what we call the pump fund trenches, which was basically like a casino where the odds were stacked against you. Very few, I believe it was less than 1%, were profitable. But then AI agents have really come to the forefront because these are more tech related, a lot less like meme, where people would just launch stuff, launch garbage, try to be very extractive. Don't get me wrong, there are some components of that in AI agents because not everything is as good as it looks, and that's why it's so important to pick between the winners. But just take a look at this thread right here, the dawn of the crypto agentic era. So basically, AI will bring crypto mainstream. Crypto is tailor-made for a world where AI agents proliferate. The future will be likely multi-agent, and even non-financial AI agents will use crypto because it's ease of payments, right? Wallet creation. You don't get the chargebacks you normally do if you're a merchant. You can do very small fractional transactions without the need for a certain minimum threshold. So it's pretty good. It's also very transparent, and there's a composable layer with open standards for communication, right? Most of this is very demo, and remember, we're in early stages, bro. There's a lot of money to be made in this stage. Now, I will put the link to the thread. I think it's a very good read. Read it at least twice because it really does speak to a lot of potential here. Now, Legendary, who's a great AI sort of expert on crypto Twitter, talks about 3 waves of AI agents in crypto. Basically, this is how he looks at this framework. The first is idea, which is around, hype around concepts and projects with bold visions. To capture attention is all speculation. Then you get actual implementation, where you have to actually put this into practice. So the ideas turn into actual prototypes, agent systems with actual applications. And then it's just more than just those random chat bots you see on Twitter. And this is where utility really starts to matter. Then basically what you'll see is money come out of other places to basically fuel this growth. And then finally, as with all industries, you find a couple of those that become leaders, and all the capital will go to those, and basically execution will trump everything else. Right now, the market is basically saturated with so many different agents. So right now you can definitely gamble, but you want to sort of look to invest in the infrastructure and high quality agents that basically answer this fundamental question. Is this service, something that people will need, something that they want? Is this very unique? These are some of the things you want to be asking yourself when you're seeing the AI agents. When we first saw an agent like Goat and it was, on Truth Terminal and basically just, tweeting some stuff, great. It was the first one. But after the 1,000th one, really, it doesn't really add any value. So you really have to find a way to separate yourself, or the agent has to find a way to separate itself. Now, I have this thread here, which will cover some of the opportunities in the market. So I will link this here. I'm going to basically talk through all of these things. Basically, what I want you guys to know is there is a lot of money going into agents daily. We haven't really seen a massive pullback, so don't be surprised. And, a lot of people top blasting. Don't get me wrong. I have been top blasting, but hey, you never know when a pullback will be coming. It likely won't be sustained, but just to be aware of this. Also, obviously, just like with other tokens, things that are lower market cap have way more risk, but they have way more upside. So you really have to balance between the two. And the other thing here is there's a lot of friction in traditional meme coin markets, right? Meme coin markets, especially the ones that were very sporadic, were mainly on Sol because of the cheaper gas, and you had fast execution. So Bullex and Photon are used by a lot of people who didn't really care to learn about how to use EVM in Base, where Virtuals and some other platforms are, or ZK Sync with AI Agent. So basically, people just sort of faded it until it became so popular and so lucrative that they couldn't fade it anymore. And I still believe we're somewhat early. Now, the most popular platform is called Virtuals. Virtuals, we've been in the Discord talking about it for about a month and a half. In fact, I had made a video about 3 weeks ago talking about how you can earn the Virtuals airdrop. And that's basically, having certain agents, for the appreciation, but also because you'd earn airdrop agents as well because they were doing rewards. So if you haven't watched the video, I will link it below. But basically, you go to an agent. In this case, this is the infrastructure game, and you can basically swap your tokens on the side for game. You can go to the registry here and see who the biggest holders are. So you can see that holder thing right here, and obviously we got the chart right here. Now, one of the things that I like to do with Virtuals is I do invest in some agents. I got a bunch of them, like Vader AI. I've got a couple others, but I like to invest in the infrastructure because at the end of the day, game, in my opinion, Convo, or where is it? Prefrontal cortex Convo agent, and the virtual token are, in my opinion, some of the best bets that we have in here. And the reason for that is you have the infrastructure that will continue to only get valued more as the platform continues to get more attention and get more value. Now, there are multiple ways you can invest in this. If you're interested, there's sentient agents, which are, they've gone through the bonding curve, so there's a lot less risk. There's still risk because, as with anything, these can all go to zero. You never know. But then there's prototype agents, which is the equivalent of the early stage meme coins, where you basically you are in here and just sort of gambling. So I try to avoid those as much as possible because, well, let's just be honest, you're gambling, and unless you see something very, very particular that you think is great, hey, value add, go for it. Also, one last thing I will mention is when I go back to one of these launches, right? What you want to do as well is, if it's a new launch, you want to wait to see the people take profits before you jump in. So when something gets launched, you'll see it usually have a really big green candle. Then people start taking profits because they got in at 1/50th of the price, 1/40th of the price, pre-bonding. Basically wait for that to happen. Then once that profit is taken, then you can start to buy in. Otherwise, you get used as exit liquidity. Another example, and by the way, just so you know, this platform has been around since middle of October on base. I will put the link to virtuals in the description below. Once again, the ones I like to invest in is the virtual token, Convo, and Game, Vader as well, Vader AI. There's a bunch of other ones. Please do your own research, because remember, this is going to continue to fill with so many more agents, and there's just not enough money to go everywhere. So you don't want to be chasing and speculating on garbage. Use that framework I mentioned. Another example is AI-Gen5, which is on ZK Sync. This is a lot more simpler, and in this case, you can click on any of these, and AIWS is the highest market cap on this platform. And by clicking on it, you can do the same thing where you can sort of trade and basically purchase or sell AIWS. The only thing is you will need the whole station token, which I will put the link on how you can get that on ZK Sync. Also, if you need to bridge your funds over, I would recommend Jumper Exchange. I'm not going to show it on the channel because we've literally shown it so many times on here so far. Once again, I would focus on the higher market cap tokens like AIWS, Alex AI, Clip AI. These will see a lot less volume because base is a lot more popular. But when people are looking for opportunities, they're going to come here. So my theory with this is eventually, especially with ZK Sync Ignite launching in a week or two or something like that, it's going to be a lot more capital on chain. They're going to look for opportunities, and this AI platform likely will be the beneficiary of it. So I've been putting my money there ahead of time. Another one, which is called DAOS World. I talked about this on one of my last live streams prior to going to Dubai. They were about to launch the Dream token. There was ways to get whitelists. If you joined, even on the public sale, you are likely up 5 to 6x. If you bought in someone, a little bit late. Actually, sorry, now you're up about 3 to 4x. But basically, it's still a great, still great to enter on launch. Would I buy these right now? Likely not. Why? Because DAOS World, the real value comes into grabbing these when they're about to launch. They then skyrocket. If you're able to get a whitelist, you're able to basically 100x your money. That's what's happened to the whitelist people for the last 4 funds. And they're very particular. Unlike DAOs.fund, they do not launch tokens every so often. The tokens are also locked till a certain period of time. So if we go to the Dream Fund, you can see here the initial buy-in, I believe it's locked until the 50 ETH is locked until basically end of June 2025. So this is another one. Right now, there's nothing to do here on DAOS World. I would just literally wait for them to announce another launch. So follow them on Twitter and you can get that information. Is it worth going into farms and staking? Only if you already have moon bags here, which is what I'm doing. I've basically taken all my profits off here. I'm just holding moon bags in here, and they are earning me these DAOS World whitelist tokens. They earn you such a small fraction, so it's really not worth it otherwise. So you need one full token to actually get a whitelist spot. Now, something that I showed our private Discord yesterday was CreatorBid. There was a bunch of AI agents, and it was not really diluted yet. So if you're interested, by the way, when you go to CreatorBid, type in codename Brownie, and you will basically, you can use my referral code Brownie to get in. That gets you some points as well, because they will have the bid airdrop very soon. I believe it's in the next 30 days. But if you go over to the creator side, and you can actually scroll down, you can go ahead and launch your own agent. I mean, some people think that's fun. That's fine. But the highlighted agents are the ones with so much potential. We got into Amen yesterday at 3.8 million in our Discord. Aeon around 25 to 26. Agent around 18 million. D-King, I think I was super late on because a lot more people were talking about that one before. But I got into a ton of these. All of these I've taken profits. I've got moon bags. I've made thousands of dollars on this. I know people have been messaging me all day saying, thank you so much. Once again, there are some of these that have a lot more potential. And you can just sort of take a look here. My 2 favorite are Agent Algo and Amen, which is Project Nostradamus. I'll show you Amen right here. Basically, you can trade your ETH for Amen token on the side. Over here, you can see how wild the chart was in the last 2 days. But this value here is it's a personal AI agent for crypto trading. And if you go on Twitter, you can actually see some of the things that they've been doing, like the charts they're sharing. It's pretty cool. So this is actually, in my opinion, one of the most undervalued AI agents. This is one that, like, it was the one that I sort of put the biggest bet on, and I still hold what? Like on this wallet, I hold about almost 0.3 ETH worth of it. Now, one of the things I've been doing, just so you guys know, is it's not that I don't believe in AI agents. I basically front load, take my initials and some additional profit off the table, and then I leave it to run, just because there's so many AI agents out there, and I don't want to just get like hurt from a correction. And hey, when it keeps running, like this 6.9 million market cap, it goes to 100 million market cap. That's basically a 15x from here. I'll take that, right? Like 900 or $1,000 to 15,000 left on this. Sure. Now, another opportunity is Cookie DAO. Now, Cookie DAO is basically trying to make sense of all the AI agents. It's basically an infrastructure that, it's not loading right now, but basically it's an infrastructure that basically allows you to make sense of all the AI agents. There's a freemium version where you can sort of track 5, but if you want any more, which is what a lot of people want, it treats it like a Bloomberg terminal of sorts, where you need to hold enough cookie token. So seeing that, I took that once again to our Discord and posted it around 26 cents. And now it's like 53 cents right now. You can see once again, look at that graph over here. It's very nice. Basically, I believe people will keep buying this as it's an infrastructure play. It's worth 100 million. I wouldn't be surprised to see this hit $1 billion. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Anyways, with that, I hope that got you started. AI agents, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to come on YouTube and tell you to buy their bags. Don't listen to them. You have to be very careful. Remember, ask yourself the question, what's the utility? And have people already front run this? Can I wait for a dip? Ask those questions. If there's actual utility, people will want this. Well, these things can run, because AI agents are literally like the gold of this cycle. Like they were like the DeFi of last cycle. So huge opportunity. Don't sleep on it, guys. People always ask me, oh, how come Brown Jet, you're always online? How come you're always doing crypto? Because we have 6 more months to a year to actually enjoy this. Make as much money as you can. Do not be sitting there playing video games and doing whatever else. Go in here, learn, and get in here and actually make money. Unlike meme coins, there's so much more money to be made here. At a certain point, there will be a tipping point where this is no longer going to be profitable. But while it's profitable, go out there, make as much money as you can. And what I do is I create basically a moon bag portfolio where I have a wallet where it just holds moon bags of all these tokens, so that when it goes, I already have my initials and some additional money off the table, and then I just let it go 20, 30, 40x without caring if it goes to zero. So hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.